My name is Christopher Saunders, and this is the Connecticut Sports Talent Show. And I'm pleased to have on the East Haven head softball coach, or not even head softball coach, the associate head coach. Got to be fair here. There's another person there. This man's father, Jeff Crisafi. Coach, pleasure to be able to have you on, man.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate you being here.
You know, I could have talked to you forever before we started this, but we got to get the ball rolling a tiny bit. And, first and foremost, congratulations on being Waterford, man. Very stout program, very well respected, and just they have Burroughs, who is nasty as far as pitcher and even a hitter too.
Yep.
So, Coach, congratulations first and foremost.
Thank you. We went in. We knew going into that game. We knew it wasn't going to be easy. We knew it was going to be a dogfight, and we reached out to a couple local coaches who gave us some good scouting reports, and we had scouted them in the ECC final against Ledyard. So we kind of had a good look at them. We knew that. If we were going to win, it was going to be a 1-0, maybe 2-1 game because Maddie's so tough.
Oh, very, very good. And before I forget, for people who may wonder why I have you on as far as the program too, you guys are in the semifinals in Class L. You'll be playing against Masuk, who I just talked to their head coach not too long ago. And, Coach, I kind of just want to go over the regular season a little bit with you because, every team I feel like kind of dealt with COVID in a different way. Some in a good way or a very good way, some in a not so good way. So before we go into the actual start of the season, I just want to know how much of the team was returning from what was a lost season last year.
So we had a majority back actually from 2 years ago when they beat us in the state championship 2 years ago. We have 7 returning starters. And then if we had played last year from that team, we would have had 8 returning. So it's so from 2 years ago, from the 2019 state championship game, we have 7 returning starters.
So do you think in a lot of ways, coaches thinking about pro baseball or even football or any pro sport, you return 4/5 of your offensive line.
Yeah.
That's good as far as not having to worry about, and it helps the running game. Baseball is the same thing as far as your lineup. So do you think being able to have those returning players, that kind of lessens the degree of having to worry about certain positions and you can focus on other things?
Yeah, I know that was definitely an advantage at the beginning of the year for us in terms of, coming in. It's almost like we picked up right where we left off. There was no need to acclimate, new people into the lineup or to understand, what it is to be part of East Haven softball. We had good leadership, 6 seniors, all of them are captains, who were sophomores at the time. Three juniors now who all started as freshmen. And I know that was probably one of the toughest things for other teams coming into this year is, using those first couple weeks to understand what it is you actually have. And for us, we knew what we had coming in.
Now, for people who may not know, and I'm even wondering too, what kind of team did you kind of view yours? Are you more speed, power? I feel like you guys kind of just do like Masuk. You just do everything well.
Yeah. Well, first we knew coming in, we were going to have the pitching. We have our senior Tori Heafy and our junior Emily Bishop, who basically go every other game. And then when it comes time for states, it's kind of like you go with the hot hand. Hitting wise, I would say this is probably the most power we've ever had in terms of home run ability, gap power. And then we do have some kids who can run. So all 3 aspects of the game we kind of have. It's tough. It goes game by game. I wouldn't say we're just a power hitting team and we're not a small ball bunting team and stealing team. I think you just got to play it game by game and see what you need at that moment. We work on it all in practice, but you don't know when you're going to need it or what you're going to have to do when it comes to the game.
And just looking at the regular season a little bit, kind of the first couple weeks, couple games, or et cetera. When did it kind of hit you and the rest of the coaching staff and even the players too that things were starting to, I guess, click? Because I know missing a season, and then I understand that they, were able to play summer and such, but still getting back to the high school level, it's tough. It takes a little bit of a while to adjust again. So when did you feel like the team really kind of started getting things in the positive direction and, upward tick?
That's tough. That's a tough question to answer because even from our first scrimmage, we had, it was a rain out but in the first scrimmage, we got in 1 inning and we scored 6 runs.
Oh, wow.
And then we came back the next day to play them again, and then we beat them 10-3. So it's not even like it took our bats a long time to get going. I think the toughest thing was having that first game that was a close game, late innings. You had to make all the big plays. You had to come up with clutch hits. I would say, I don't know. It's tough. We had we play Amity in Cheshire. And our first Cheshire game we played them, I didn't think that we were mentally ready for the big game. And we talked about it a lot all the way up until we played them the second time. And unfortunately, we weren't able to, get the payback that we wanted. But I thought our mentality, our frame of mind was much better going to that game. I think all it was getting that frame of mind back of playing in big games. Because, you can play travel all you want and you can work on your game, but you don't get that mental aspect of playing in a big game until you actually get there.
And let's talk about, because obviously you're playing in a big game on Tuesday against Masuk. You were just in a big game against Waterford. Yeah. So let's hit on that, man, because what kind of, was it something where it took time to kind of get to that point, or was it just clicked? Because I feel like, again, like you said, even though you weren't able to get the comeback, the fact that they were able to respond had to be a positive thing, no?
Yeah, I mean, the way we won on Friday, it's perfect, because you don't want to have, an easy win followed by an easy win, followed by an easy win, and then all of a sudden you got to play Masuk. And it's like the level of competition shoots right up. So I think, is the road to a state title extremely hard for us? Absolutely. You got to play Waterford, and then you got to play Mass. Playing on, in that type of game on Friday, taking that deep breath and relaxing and preparing for Tuesday, but at the same time, not continually thinking about that great game on Friday and, all the great things that happened, and not being mentally ready for Tuesday. But I don't think we could have had a better game on Friday to prepare us for Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you. I think the fact of what Waterford can do, and again, it kind of previews you, will give you an idea. And I know they're two different teams, and some people can kind of compare them and such. But to face that level of competition, like you said, it gives you an idea of, okay, here's what we're doing. This is what is in front of us, and away we go.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know what I mean?
I think, especially, just. I don't want to feel like I'm repeating myself, but just facing a pitcher like Matty Burrows, like you can't get any more prepared than that. So
no, definitely not, Coach. But Coach, I really do appreciate you coming on. I do have one more question for you, real quick. As far as looking at the team itself now, looking a couple days after, regardless of the win or loss, what can people expect as far as the East Haven softball program? What can they expect if they go to the game? What are they going to see?
It's going to be a close-knit group that anybody will do anything, to get the W. That's what it's all about, the team W. Whether you might go 0 for 3, but you might make a big defensive play, or you might not be a starter, but you're a pinch runner coming into the game looking to get a big steal or take 2 bases, or just a pinch hitter coming in looking to get a big at bat. But I just think it's a great team mentality, great team chemistry, and all that matters is, how the team does.
Coach, I wish you nothing but the best of luck on Tuesday, and let me know how it goes.
Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
No problem. I'll wrap things up in the Connecticut Sports Talent Show. So until next time, stay safe. Remember, CT stands for Connecticut Talent. I'm Marjorie and find them all. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody, and be well.